Welcome back. Time now for our Neblett Bearden Arsenal Legal Difference segment. We have attorney Wes Gralapp joining us today to talk about a prevalent issue, which is distracted driving. In fact, I recently changed the settings on my phone so that when I'm driving and my Bluetooth is connected to my vehicle, I can't receive messages. So we know what distracted driving is. Kind of tell us how to prevent that.
Well, thanks for having me, Lydia. Distracted driving is something that we want to bring awareness to, so that it's not just a young driver problem. It's not just a cell phone problem. It's not just a technology issue with all of the offerings that these new cars have. It goes back to the history when we first started having cars. And, you know, people eat when they drive. People, what we call rubberneck, and looking at events going on the side of the road, whether it be another accident or a sign that they're reading. So there's a lot of things that go into distracted driving. Putting on makeup, brushing your hair, you know, a lot of times, you know, with the advent of drive-through windows, we eat while we drive. So there's a lot of distracted driving going on out there, and it's important that we start to take stock in our safety while we're on the road.
That's right, and you brought up, you know, a good point. It's not just cell phones, eating, putting on makeup, doing your hair. Driving is just such a big part of our everyday lives. Now, going to the legal side of it, what if one of our viewers at home gets hit by a distracted driver, or what if they're the ones who gets in an accident?
Well, unfortunately, distracted driving causes a large percentage of the accidents that we see today. And so if you're involved in an accident and you're hit by a distracted driver, then you have the right to recover the damages that you sustained from that person's insurance company. On the other side of it, if you're driving distracted and cause an accident, please try not to do that. But if it does happen, then you should contact your insurance company, who will process the claim against you and make certain that your rights are protected.
Okay, what would be your biggest piece of advice for people at home?
Don't do it. Sounds really easy, but be prepared when you get on the road. An extra 5 minutes can be had before you leave the house, so that you make it somewhere on time, so that you don't have to do the things in a hurry. Don't work from your car. You know, a lot of us are guilty of that. Try to organize your trips so that you don't have to drive distracted.
Right, and just focus on driving and getting to your destination. In your experience, how has this issue grown? Have you seen more cases over the years?
Absolutely, we have. With the advent of technology, it's bigger than drunk driving ever could be. And so we're trying to make an effort to make the public aware that just an extra few minutes before you leave can set your trip to be a safe trip. You'll get to your destination on time, and you won't have the risk of causing an accident or being in one. You know, by the time it takes to send a text, you can drive a half a mile.
Wow.
You know, and people realize it. And I hear people talk about it all the time. They say, well, I try not to do it. And so our message is just don't do it. Mm-hmm. You know, you can control whether or not you drive distracted.
All right, so stay engaged. For the folks at home, how can they get help from the firm?
If you're involved in an accident as a result of distracted driving, give us a call. You can reach us at 561-2500.
All right, thanks so much for coming on with us. And remember, everyone, to put your cell phone down and focus on driving. We have